Next dude. Who are we going to do next?
Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. So do we want to do a current player or a legend?
I think let's do
current. Let's do current because
someone who's playing right now.
Yeah, someone who's playing because Moss is not playing right now. So let's switch it up a little bit.
All right. So the next guy we're going to go.
Yeah.
He's been researched. He's been researched. He at first he was on every commercial you could see. I believe insurance of some sort or anything. Mm-hmm. Then he got kicked out of somewhere.
Yeah,
and then he went to another place.
Someone's dad got him fired. From social media. A social media post from someone's dad got this guy fired.
And then he goes into another environment off of a plane, gets a win on a Thursday night game. Then he finds a new home with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and has an unbelievable first game with 4 touchdowns, brings him to the playoffs last year. The guy who had to replace Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield now. Gronk, what does the co-pilot say?
Oh, hold on. Well, let me read, please.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Baker Mayfield, ladies and gentlemen, a.k.a. the Baker, a.k.a. the baked potato.
Shake and bake.
A.k.a. shake and bake, a.k.a. bake your cake. Extra frosting with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
All right.
Let's see what co-pilot has to say.
We're smarter than what people think, all right?
I think we're
just dudes, so people think dudes are idiots and not smart, but we're smart.
What is Tom saying? Losers focus on what winners are doing when winners focus on what getting better. Well, what's ours? Losers focus on what winners do, and dudes focus on other dudes.
That's it, Jules. Yeah, that's it.
Co-pilot, let's go.
Baker Mayfield is known for being a dynamic and competitive quarterback with a strong arm and quick release. He is recognized for his playmaking ability, including his proficiency in extending plays and making throws on the run. Mayfield's leadership, confidence, and competitive nature are key aspects of his game.
Man.
Though his performance can be somewhat inconsistent. Oh, hey, Baker, that was co-pilot saying that.
That's co-pilot.
That's co-pilot. And the dad that got you fired.
Probably.
Yeah, so he's definitely saying
taking the data from
well.
those.
Yeah,
it's taking that.
He has demonstrated the capability to lead offenses and make impressive plays, but his success can vary depending on the surrounding talent and coaching.
Ooh,
oh man, like I said, that's not me talking.
That's co-pilot.
That's not me.
Let's start the clock. Yeah. Let's talk about Baker. We got 10 minutes. We're gonna try to chop it down. We're stopping no matter what at 10 minutes.
Yes, we are. We can't
Tyler,
go 20
you stop
minutes.
Us.
The only reason we went 20 minutes because it was Moss.
It was 15.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
No, we went 20.
Ready? Go. All right. Baker Mayfield went to Texas Tech. Then he went to Oklahoma.
I didn't even know that. So did he sit out a year?
I think he did.
Did he?
I think he sat out a year, and then he went to Oklahoma, won a national championship, won a Heisman. Did he win a national championship? He won a Heisman.
Oh, and hold on. In honor of Baker Mayfield, too, I'm going to take off my New England Patriots hat, and I'm going to put on my other former team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go Bucs.
So, do I have a Buccaneers hat anywhere? Hold on. And because Baker is currently now on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well.
He lit it up first week.
He lit it up, man.
4 touchdowns, came out. You know what? Bake, last year they finished the year on a high. Like, didn't they win a bunch of games, I think?
Yes, they did. They had a strong playoff run. They beat the Eagles, who were the former Super Bowl runner-up the year before, and then they lost to the Detroit Lions, who had a solid team, man. And the Lions played a heck of a game that game in the playoffs as well.
100%. And Bake, that's a big situation for him to come up and replace Tom Brady at a new place. So like for him to have that confidence that AI told us about, it shows. He's so confident. You could put him in any situation and he's going to come away like he thinks he should get away, which is like, that's what you want from your guy.
That is what you want. And I would say, his tough time that he had in Cleveland wasn't necessarily his fault either. I think he had a couple, different offensive coordinators.
And he was banged up. Remember, it was last year he tried to get hurt.
Banged up a little bit. I think a couple different head coaches with the Cleveland Browns. It just wasn't a good situation. It was kind of a cursed situation to be the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. He was about the 15th starter in the last, 5 years for the Browns. So
he still won a playoff game with the Browns.
He still did.
Hadn't won a playoff game in a very, 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 very
He
long
was
time.
very successful. And I feel like the Browns organization and players just needed someone to blame. I would say that's kind of why he got shipped out of there. He was just the easy guy to blame.
Yeah.
The easy guy to go after is always the quarterback.
It was, I mean, he put himself in a lot of those situations with, you put on the TV, you would see Bake everywhere.
Yeah, you would.
And so when you do those types of things, expectation and standards get to a even crazier level, and the people don't manage them. And like he goes out that last year that he needed to get shoulder surgery. So he tries to play hurt, and he didn't look like himself. He didn't play very well. It was very inconsistent. And then they go and ship him off the next year, and they bring in, Deshaun. So, what has he done? He's leaned back on what he is. He's a competitor, man. This dude competes to the very end. You've seen it in all facets of his career, from college when he took the flag and he spiked it. Like, this guy's just a fiery dude. He's got a swagger to him. He's kind of polarizing with a lot of people at the beginning of his career. You either loved him or you hated him. But now he's gotten to a point where he's gotten that second life. He ate that mushroom in Mario and got that extra life. Mm-hmm. And now, like, people are kind of like rooting for him because they kind of understand him a little more. And he's, I think he's coming to his own this year.
He has come into his own. And I feel like he learned from his mistakes as well, man.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, man. And he's resilient, man. He was a walk-on at Texas Tech, and then whatever he did, I don't know his whole story, transferred to Oklahoma. He was a Heisman winner. I mean, who goes from walk-on to Heisman winner? He must be one of the few, if not the only one to ever do that. He's got some Baker swag. He is now signed after leaving Cleveland, getting shipped out, going to the Panthers. You just know that he's kind of like a dude's dude. He's kind of like a dog. He's headbutting other players to get him going without his helmet on, just bleeding all over the place. Other players love to see that. Your teammates love to see that. That means you're just all in with them.
Didn't you recently? You've thrown with him a few times, haven't you?
Yes, I haven't thrown with him yet. We had a couple times, a couple planned sessions to throw, and then actually the field, the place told us that it was occupied, so they didn't want Baker and the Gronk on their field.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, we would have teared up their field too much. I think that's what it was, and they had a game that night or something. But he went from Cleveland.
Rob can't just throw spikes on and not ruin
to
the field.
Carolina. And the best thing I think ever happened to him was going to L.A. for like that half season and going under Coach Sean McVay and getting that opportunity to start a couple games and just show people who he really was, man. Just to go in a new program, be there for a week or two. Learn from his lessons. I mean, mistakes, I would say, over the years prior, and just go in and go win a game on Thursday Night Football. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they need a quarterback. That's a team that I know that you shut down. I mean, I know Tom called you and was like, "Hey, Jules, you want to come to the Buccaneers?" And you said, "No, I'm a Patriot for life. You were too cool for us." So so Baker though? No, he's a dude's dude. He said, "I ain't too cool for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers like Julian the Squirrel Edelman. I'm going to go there. I'm going to show them what's up."
I was under contract, Rob.
This is a resurgence of my career, which would have been a resurgence of your career, Jules. If you came down, you would probably still be playing with this guy if you went to the Bucs.
I had to go down with the ship, buddy.
He showed him what's up last year.
I had to go down with the goddamn ship. Have you seen Titanic? You know the old captain?
Yes.
That's like me and the violin guy?
Yes.
I'm playing goddamn
You're the violin guy.
I'm playing.
I respect that, bro.
You had to go down with it. But back to Baker.
Yes. So I worked out with Baker. You thought I threw with him, but I said I worked out. Obviously, you didn't freaking pay attention to me, Julian, when I was talking to you a couple of days ago.
I was.
Yeah, you knew I hung out with him, but I said I worked out with him. I didn't throw with him. But I might have said, actually, that we had a couple of throwing sessions planned, but they got canceled. But
did you catch a ball from him?
No, I did not catch a ball from him.
He didn't throw a single ball.
No, he did not throw a single ball, but he's like he's the ultimate like teammate. He's like an ultimate locker room guy. It's like a guy that, you know, quarterbacks aren't really like this. I mean, he's a quarterback that will go have a beer with you at the bar. He's a quarterback that'll, and get fucked up with you. We didn't get fucked up or anything like that. I'm just saying I could just tell he's a guy like that. He's a guy that will come over and chop it up while watching the game, whatever it is. Yeah. So the WNBA, or if it's soccer, you know, whatever it is, you know, he'll have his opinion. He'll make you laugh. He's a guy.
He's kind of like a politician.
No, he's not a politician at all.
But if you think about it, he's like the mayor of the locker room. He kind of like,
in a way, but no.
Hey, what's up, dude? Hey.
No, politicians are sometimes bullshit. He's no bullshit.
Nah, he's no bullshit.
He's no bullshit, Jules. No bullshit. He's a guy that wants to see you be an absolute dog. He's a guy that's cheering you on. I was breaking some PR records this year in the weight room, and he was cheering me on, and we were going nuts after the PR records that I hit. He's just hyping me up. I'm hyping him up to break PR records. He's a guy that's not afraid to get dirty. He's under the bench press. He's doing the squats with you. He's doing the deadlifts. And what I really like about the dude is like he's just a normal dude, man. He just wants to have a good time. He actually signed a 3-year, $100 million deal the morning of. And then he came to the workout session that day, and it was like nothing happened. It was just like he showed up. He didn't have an ego. He didn't have a big head or nothing. He just showed up.
Learn from the mistakes.
Frickin' put the work in that day and hit some more PRs. And that's what I appreciate about him. He's a dude, man. He's a dog. He wants to get dirty. He wants to just have a good time. He wants to laugh.
He's just fiery.
Fiery.
I can see him doing that. And he's, I mean, he's a funny guy.
He is funny. He is definitely funny.
He's got a good personality.
He does. He's got a great personality, that's for sure. He's gritty. You know, I feel like he would get in the trenches with you.
You definitely get in the trenches with him.
If necessary.
You can't, you know, there's something to be said. You know, I bet you Cleveland looking back on this whole thing is probably like, man, we probably wish we had Baker still.
Cleveland made a mistake, that's for sure, letting Baker Mayfield go. They 100% did. I think it was the best thing that happened to Baker was him getting let go by Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cursed, bro. They're cursed. Their quarterback situation's cursed. I would say the best quarterback they had was Joe Flacco. And then they let him go. He's a backup now with the Colts.
Bing. 10 minutes up.
Oh, game over. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Oh, man.
Walk on
the Heisman.
So in the category, I mean, this one is pretty easy to me too. You know, you got stud, you have freak, you have a whiz, you have a dude's dude, and you have a dog. Dog, he's relentless, motivated, self-motivated, physical, mental toughness, proved his physical toughness, trying to play a year with a bum shoulder. I'm saying Bake's a dog.
You're going with dog? I was going to say his best two attributes, I would say, is being a dog and a dude's dude.
So dude's dude or dog?
I would say since I worked out with him, I felt like he was a dude's dude. He was definitely a dog. There's no doubt about that, but
I can see dude's dude.
He's a positive guy. He had great attitude. He was a locker room guy. He was calm. You know, he was collected, that's for sure.
A dude's always confident too, like in an optimistic way.
Yes,
like you can see that. I'm going, the dude's dude is perfect.
I feel like he was a dude's dude, my man.
Yeah, dude's dude.
He is.
Bake's a dude's dude.
He'd go play paintball with you. He'd go freaking to the bar, pound 6 beers.
Dave and Buster's,
whatever. You name it. Pickleball. I played pickleball with him, man.
Is he good?
Just a normal dude, man. Just a normal dude out there, just trying to have a good time. Yeah, he's decent. Actually, he wasn't that good at pickleball. Scotty Miller and I beat him. Scotty Miller's really good.
Is he?
Yeah, Scotty Miller, really good.
Is he a little tennis player?
Yeah, he's like a little, he's like the guy that you just want to slap because he's just always just nonstop going in pickleball. Like always talking garbage.
The flea.
Yeah, he's the flea. Scotty Miller's the flea in pickleball. But he's great to have on your team.
I bet.
Yeah.
Dude's dude for Baker.